over that. What you do have the right over, however, is if you invent something. In other words, you create something that had no existence in the world until you came about, you created it. That is an invention. Naturally, therefore, if you create something like that, if you invent something, then you have the right, and that's only fair, right, in the legal regime, that you have the right to be able to prevent others from manufacturing, using, selling, or importing the invention without your permission. So, what we have in the patents regime is what we call a quid pro quo system. In other words, we all want science to progress, right? So if everyone held their patents very close to their hearts and didn't share them with anyone, then there would be no progress. We wouldn't have innovations, there would be no technology, I wouldn't be on a Facebook Live session with you. None of this would happen if those who invented things just held them close to themselves. Therefore, the patent system works on a quid pro quo, which essentially means that you disclose what you invented. That disclosure is put there in a patent application. It is filed, and in exchange for that disclosure, what you get is the right to exploit that disclosure entirely for yourself, and in whatever means you think fit. So in other words, others will have the benefit of that disclosure, and you get, as you can see from the bottom of my slide, you get a 20-year monopoly over that invention. So after 20 years, it becomes free for everyone to use. Now, many of you have heard about product patents and process patents. India used to have what was primarily a process patent regime. Now, where that comes in relevant is really in relation to pharmaceutical products, because processes to make pharmaceutical products or things in the field of biochemistry or agrochemical products, those are the kind of products where you can get protection for the process. Otherwise, overall, whatever product you're creating is what you get a patent protection for. So there are three things that, so the question is, a lot of times people come and they ask me, I have an invention, can I get a patent for it or not? So the idea today is to equip you to be able to answer that question yourself. How can you answer that question yourself? By understanding the three heads that are necessary, the three heads that we as lawyers apply to scientific inventions to understand if they are patentable or not. So the invention needs to be new, non-obvious to a person skilled in the relevant field, and it should have industrial application. So what do these three concepts mean? I'm going to spend a little time on each of them. So we're saying it's a new product or process, that is the novelty requirement. The second is it should involve